Hi, I'm Stephen Levy, the Managing Director of Heat Outdoors. We often get asked regarding gas patio heaters, what the various parts are inside, how they work, and that of course relates to any problems one might have in terms of understanding them and fixing them. So I'm making this film really just to explain what the parts are and give you an understanding of what's going on inside your product. First of all, I've taken a box here from an Athena gas heater. So that's one of those pyramid style flame heaters where you have a flame coming up the middle through a glass tube. If you've got a conventional mushroom style gas heater, we've got all the same parts in it, they're just laid out in a slightly different way. So for the purposes of demonstration, I can use this and show you what's what, and you'll find all the same bits and pieces. So let's start off at this end, the regulator. Now, in this instance, we've got a clip-on regulator. Now, this is the kind that we supply with all of our heaters. To put it on your gas heater, you simply press in the button at the bottom here, and it'll clip on the top. Yeah, once it's clipped on, you can feel it's nice and firm. It won't come off at all. It has got a little valve in it, so I don't know if you can hear it, does rattle. That doesn't mean anything is wrong inside there. In fact, it's meant to. So when the gas is connected up, that's on top, you can then move the lever into the open position and allow the gas to flow through, and now your heater's ready to operate. On every gas heater, you're going to see the same controls effectively. You're going to have your main gas valve control, which allows you to turn it on for lighting the pilot and then turning the heat up fully. And then you've got a button here, which causes a spark inside and lights the pilot light. Now, one important note is that some heaters have a push button, and when you push the button, there's pressure behind it, and it clicks. And that click is a piezo crystal inside, and it creates a spark. With the majority of our heaters, we use a battery. So this unscrews, and inside there's a little battery, which provides the energy for sparking the unit. And if I tilt this up in the air, if you look just here, you'll see when I press this button, there's a spark going. Hopefully you can see that with the camera. So let's have a look inside. Now in every heater you're going to see this assembly. It looks pretty much the same in any type of gas heater. It might be obscured, or you might have to look sideways to get a view of it. And basically what we've got going on here is, number one is our spark that comes off of the bent piece of metal. The middle one is the pilot light, so you've got a small bit of gas coming out the end. And this one here is called a thermocouple, or a bimetallic strip, which is the same thing. So what's going to happen is we're going to light the pilot flame. The pilot flame is going to heat up this thermocouple. And once it's heated, it then allows the gas to flow through the unit, and that's a safety feature. So if we have a quick look inside the unit, we've got a main gas valve, the flame comes out here, and then we've got this module, which you'll find in any kind of gas heater, which is essentially the spark, the pilot flame, and the thermocouple. If there's a problem with your heater, 99 times out of 100, it'll be one of these three pieces here that's playing up. If you don't get a pilot light, if you can't get a pilot light under any circumstances, it won't happen. The first thing to do is look at the spark. Do we have a spark? We do. So we know there's nothing wrong there. The next thing we look at is the pilot light lighting? Because if it's not, we've probably got a problem somewhere between there and here in providing the gas. So obvious things: check the gas bottle, check the hose, check all your connections. Is the gas flowing properly? If it is, then in an older heater, you might have to take this apart and have a look inside and make sure there's a tiny little hole, and make sure that's clear to allow the gas to flow out. If the pilot light is lighting, but you can't get the unit to actually flame and ignite fully, the likely problem is that this piece here, the thermocouple. Now this has to be hot. Once it gets hot and heated by the pilot flame, it allows the full gas flow to come through. If the thermocouple isn't working, it won't allow the full gas to come through. You'll never get the heater lit. So again, often with older heaters, it's the thermocouple that's the problem. It's relatively easy to replace, and we supply spares. You can get spares in most places. The only other bits which don't really need to be concerned about, but I'll explain while I'm here, is on the back, this little module on the back here. That is actually a tilt switch. If you shake it, you can hear a ball inside, yeah, and that is designed to cut the heater off if it tips up, another safety feature. Obviously with a gas product, safety is paramount. So if you do have a problem, you need to speak to an engineer, somebody suitably qualified to look at your unit, diagnose it and fix it for you. At Heat Outdoors, we're happy to do those things where we can. Obviously if your unit's under warranty, we do that anyway. But even if it's not, do talk to us. We're always very happy to help and advise and to supply spare parts if they're needed.